G'day, how you going? This is Ian Harris from Australia and my good little sidekick Steve. Say hello, Steve. These are all the people that like to watch you. They want to see you in the videos more often, eh? There's Steve. Today, we're going to paint this beautiful, simple, easy double sunsetted palms in acrylic with a nice, simple, easy, low horizon line. So let's get into the colours and have some fun, okay? Alright, so we'll get him onto the easel there. I've got him taped onto that board so it's not going to move around. Now, we got some beautiful, hard, sloppy, moist and wet types of paints we're going to use in this one today. So let's have a look at what they're going to be and also the brushes. Now our colours was mid-yellow, red gold, burnt sienna, Payne's grey and titanium white, and I used two 2-inch brushes, one for loading the paint and one for blending. I used my filbert brush, a flat square headed brush and a simple knife, and we also mixed in retarder into this. Alrighty, I'm going to spray me board, me canvas board, with some misty water, and down here I have me yellow, mid-yellow paint. There's our mid-yellow paint, okay? So normally I prime up my board in white, but this one has got retarder in it. I've got the yellow in it. I'm going to prime it up in mid-yellow because we want to make that sky that colour. So get it all the way across here. See that canvas board? I wet it. It's not so wanting of that paint, so I've made it nice and wet. Now it's wet and wanting to mix with the yellow. It's beautiful, and this yellow has retarder in it. I might put a bit more on there. That's it. Slop it on there and get it nice and sloppy, nice, wet, sloppy and retarded. You want your first layer of paint if you're going to do blendings the way I do. Okay, you can see what's happened there because it's all yellow. Now we've got some other beautiful colours. Alrighty, next colour is me red gold, and I've got some retarder next to it. Alright, I'm using my 2-inch brush. It's only 2 inches long, and we're going to shove that deep into that reddish gold. It's nice and wet. It's moist on the brush there. Oh, look at that. I love it. Now, what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to put it up here. So I want to come across here and fade. So I want to put it on me board, probably all the way down. And, hey, you might see my eyes looking over there. That's because I've got me idea picture that I'm painting from. So we'll get this on there that way. And then we'll only come in like so, because I want to come. I want it. How far we want? I want it a bit more than that. A bit more here, about there, more over the top, and that's got to come in to there like that. Once you get it over there like that, it'll make you bloody happy, eh? Because don't even bother trying to start a painting if you are not happy, because you got to be damn well happy to do beautiful, lovely paintings that you're happy with, and they only need to be happy in your eyes. Not happy, I mean good in your eyes. Now, grab your blending brush. I've got my beautiful firm. It's nice and firm, this one. It's a firm blending brush. Now, see here? Come in a bit closer. Now, we'll look at those ugly brush marks. We'll brush them out, and we're going to merge it into this yellow. Now, I had some people always asking me, no matter how I blend, it doesn't work, especially with their clouds, because you might blend a darker colour onto a lighter colour, but you're not trying to create a cloud look. So if you're You've got to change your style when you're blending a cloud. You've got to sort of dance up and down. You're just twisting the white. Where this one, I want to blend right in. I want it to merge. You want the two colours to merge into each other so as they're at one. And they feel like comfortable about it. They're not a stranger with each other. So we're just blending this reddish gold, or the red gold. It's pretty much an orange colour, really. Bring it across. And it's mixed with retarder as well, okay? Get all this over. And now we want to make some darker areas as well. Alright, I want this side a bit more darker again, so I'm grabbing the red gold, but I've got no retarder in it. See there? That's the bit that had retarder in it. This one has no retarder in it. So we want to get it a bit more darker in that vicinity and down here. Probably just a little bit there. I've dabbed it on, dabbed it on, dabbed it on. Just slip it on, dab it on, you know. Now I'm grabbing my 2-inch brush again. Give it a good old rub. Give it a nice firm rub. And then start twisting it into your canvas here so we can get that blended into that lighter tone there. And the same here. Look at that, eh? It's bloody easy. Now, why I didn't put retarder into that second lot of red gold that I blended in here is because this is pretty much the end of my blending, and it would have been water over water, wetty on wetty, sort of too wet, too sloppy, too... You know, you're getting a mess everywhere, you'll flick it all over the place, and you've got to get tissues and all sorts to start cleaning up your mess. So I didn't put retarder into the second darker tone of that red gold. And like I said before, it's pretty much an orange. Look at that, there was a glue mark on me canvas there, and you can see it. What I might do is do a bit of a thing just where it goes, oh, someone walked past and made a mess. We'll just put a texture here, see if that'll hide it. Not a texture, a bit of a darker tone. I have to do that to hide that glue mark underneath. Anyway, that's looking all right. Now see here, we've got a lonely part of the sky. We want to get ourselves some textured white paint. Alright, I've just knifed on some white onto the palette there. Now I'm going to grab my soft little friend, which is over here, which is me round sponge that you've all seen this device before that I use. It's quite appropriate and it works quite well. So I'm going to dab that into the structured white, up and down, push it up and down, get right in there until you feel all that moisture start hitting the surface. And I'm twisting it around. See, that way it's filled the whole surface and I'm happy. And then over here, I'm going to roughly there, and then I want to dance around until I come to the outside. All the Buffalo girls come on the outside. And we're going to come around and around and around and around. How far does that got to come around? Till about there. And I'm going to grab my blending brush. Come a little closer. And then I'm going to blend that lighter area out into this orangey yellowy area. Just so as it's beautiful. You know, you want things to be beautiful. See, it's not an actual round sun that you'll see in this sky here. It is a glare of the sun because the sun's so high in the sky, you know. So we're going to get that around there like that. And that's pretty much exactly the way I bloody wanted it, eh? Yeah. Now I'm going to bring this into that. See, me brush is getting draggy and dry, which is good for blending. I'm getting it out there. I don't want to spoil that white bit there. See, now we've got a sky. But you know what? For the art's sake, it's a bit lonely. So we're going to use burnt sienna. So we've got some burnt sienna there. Get your brush, your fan brush. Now come back up to your palette here, and let's get something in the sky. Nice, whereabouts I'd say. I don't know, maybe here. We just want to sort of dance across here. Something we can blend. Let's not go too much. See if I can blend that first. Because what I want to do is put some white over it. This will create the shadow. Just so long as that sky is not so lonely. That'll do it. Now back to that white that we had. Titanium white. Now I'm going to concentrate on the top of that, but just a bit under. See what I'm doing there? I'm just sort of stuffing around like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Should I go there? Oh, I don't know. I'll go up there. I don't know. What about there? I don't know where to go. But that's the sort of temperament you got to have when you're moving the brush, right? Now we blend that, eh? Let's blend it. See, this is how you blend. I'm barely touching the board. Let's see if we can get the camera on there so you can really see. See, I'm on the board, then I'm off. I'm barely, you know, you just tickle it. I'm tickling it. Tickle the shit. I don't want to do it on here, but rub in the one spot too thick and heavy. I'm doing lots of little turns, but I don't know if you could see. I'm coming on and off. I'm still turning, like when you're thinking, thinking. Yeah, get your brush on, make contact. Give it a good rubbing. Yeah, that's it. Rub the hell out of it. Just so you got some tones and depth. And that's all you do when you're blending. Some people, they just can't blend no matter how hard they've tried. And it doesn't matter how much I explain in a message, you'll never know it unless you've shown. Okay, so I'm trying to show you my best. Now have a look at that. That's exactly what I wanted. Now for the sake of the art piece, I might just put maybe something here in the sky. It's a dirty white mongrel of a cloud that doesn't belong with the sun. You want it distinctively different tone to the sun. A little bit pointy over there, that's it. Grab your brush and blend the top of it down into, halfway in the middle of it to the bottom, into that atmosphere. Look at that, that was bloody easy, eh? Grade 5 stuff, I'm telling you right now. There we go. I tell you what, I feel damn happy because I'm painting something that I like. I get to show you how to do it, and hopefully when you paint along with this, you'll be bloody happy as well. Now look at that. Wasn't that bloody easy, eh? But you know what? I just looked at it then, and I noticed that this is lonely. So to give your painting a bit more company, detail and loveliness, just for the art's sake, let's put another one there. See, I've left the fade a bit there. Okay? And I don't want to make it the same length as that. You've got to have things all uniformly different, just so they look good. Now, in my reference picture, this isn't in it, but I decided to add it in there because I was getting happy. And you know when you're painting and you start feeling happy, you know that your painting's going the way you want. But you got to remember, breathe. Bloody breathe. I have bad problems not breathing. All right, we're ready for the final foreground and our two lovely palms. Alrighty, I've just washed my hands. Now this is the part, like, I think I told you in the beginning, but I'll tell you again. This is the sort of video. You get a couple of your art friends around the table, you click on the YouTube, you log on to Ianapolis, find the painting tutorial that you want to do, start playing it and pausing it, and all sit around and have fun with me doing a beautiful painting, and we can all be happy at once, okay? Alrighty. Oh, you're back. I've just blow dried it now, and we're going to put on the very low horizon line. This is a simple painting, and this is why I want to show all you beginners how easy it is to do something like this, okay? You can just slip right into it with your eyes shut. Wham, bam, done. It's all done. You can do it very easy, okay? So, we're going to grab a bit of masking tape and come all the way across the canvas. Now, would you believe I had a subscriber ask me, or tell me, you didn't tell us when you took the tape off. I need to know what part of the painting you took the tape off. I forgot your name. I love your style, but watch the video again and work out where it is and then where it isn't, and that's where it came off. Too easy. Anyway, where's our horizon line? About here. About there, said the bear. So while I blow dried it, I don't want this paint sticking to the tape, and when I pull it off, I don't want to be pulling it off and getting a mess everywhere, you know. There's nothing worse than pulling it off and it just makes a big mess. You just want it nice and beautiful. Now, I'm going to use this orange again on the brush. It's going to be at this part of the water. Bit more in there. That's it. Now I'll just get the brush, clean it roughly like that, because we're going to grab, what's this one again? Burnt sienna. That's going to be our probably our darker tone, and that'll be at this end of the water, about here. Yeah, somewhere about there. Coming across about here. See, it's very draggy. It's dragging its feet through the mud like the kid that doesn't want to go to school. So grab some water. And it'll pick the paint up and dance it across your canvas. Now I want to get that about there. Now see here, the very, very end bit. Wipe that. We're going to get some Payne's grey on the brush. And we just want to sort of, where is it, about this end here. Make it a bit dark there, and maybe at the top a little bit. Just a little bit. Because we got a light sky. Alrighty. Now let's blend that. Just so that, I want to get that Payne's grey into that burnt sienna a bit, just to give it some darker shadowy tone in it. Yeah, that'll do it. I've got to be happy with that. You can't pull it off that successful all the time. Now I'm going to clean these brushes and use them again. Now I've got my hog bristle again. I want that paint a little bit damp, just a bit damp and moist, not too sloppy and runny, just enough so as we can put a bit of a something here into that orange. Where they got it sorted? Yeah, sort of about there, right on the top of the horizon line coming in. Put that down, grab your blending brush, and just come from one side all the way across. Turn it over, go again. Did you see what that done? That was bloody easy. And you know why that was easy? Because I am feeling happy today. Spread the paint flat like you're buttering a sandwich up. Alright? Now wipe the bloody knife. Just wipe it so it's clean as a whistle. Right? Clean. Now, get it on its edge like this, and we're just going to pull it through, and you've got a beautiful roll of paint on that knife. We just want a few dancing across our canvas here. Oh, see, I made it a little bit fatter than what I wanted it to be. This is just saying he's related to the sun up there. These are the reflections. I better take this tape off. So now I'm going to take the masking tape off. And whenever you're pulling masking tape off, instead of pulling it from 90 degrees off the canvas, always pull it back. It cuts the paint, because sometimes if it dries across and you're pulling it like that, it can pull the skin and tear into ruin your line. So always pull it back like this, and it's cutting the paint as you're pulling the tape off. Alright, for the simple foreground, I've got a simple filbert brush. Now, that filbert brush is going to dance into some Payne's grey, right? And we're just going to have a very low, simple, up and downy foreground here, okay? Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm in a happy mood, and you're probably thinking, oh my God, Ian, we can barely see what you're doing there. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring yous in. Alright. We're dancing, just keeping it very low. Now, I've got the filbert brush. I'm making bits up, bits down, because if anything, this is just the front foreground. Maybe there's some rocks there, maybe there isn't. But you want to be coming all the way across the bottom, and you want it quite dark. Payne's grey is just a bit better than having straight black, okay? Because this is going to have some friends with it, and those friends are going to be highlights. I'll show you the actual... There's the reference picture. Okay, can you see that? Now I've changed it a bit. This is from a site where you can get pictures with no copyright on them, and they're free to use. Angel Heart, one of my Facebook friends, put me onto the site. I asked my friends to send me some pictures because I wanted something in this colour range, and she showed me that site, and I thought, wow. You know what? I'm not sure how I'm going to highlight it, so I'm just going to grab my knife and my white paint there, and we'll probably get some on it. You don't want the paint too runny, I suppose, and we'll just sort of like come across where just the very tips of it, and sort of shimmy them down like so. That's highlighted. Come in a bit closer. I'll keep telling you to come in. Now I've highlighted that, right? Now what I'm going to do is grab some of the red gold. And it's another part of that bullshit effect that gives it that bullshit aspect. Those of you who are not familiar with my bullshit aspect, it is, instead of someone looking at your painting and going, wow, that's not bad, it makes them step back and go, bullshit. Okay, down here I've got my Payne's grey, and I've got some water sprayed on the table there as well as I need it. And like, this is the second time I'm doing palms, and I've discovered in my first time, I thought this brush was quite good. It's a flathead brush, square flathead brush, but it's nice and precise. It wasn't a dirty, snotty, shitty, cheap thing. It was quite a good one. So now, we get our trunks. And see, why I deliberately put this there when it wasn't in the actual picture is because it's going to give light behind the dark tree. Now we get our trunk, we pull down, coming thicker at the bottom to about there, boom. Now we'll get the next one done. The next one's going to be about here. Boom. Now for the palms, just get the brush, scallop it on there. It doesn't have to be wet this time. Scallop it on. Okay? And then we do a line and then pull down. Maybe a bit more for that one. There we go. We're going to put another one here. There. Load your brush up. Get another one. Get something over here. Up, down, down. So we'll go again. We'll get this one up there. Boom. They just look easy. Well, they are easy. They're as easy as what I'm bloody doing, and I'm telling you that now. Boom, boom. Find your angles. I'm not copying that picture to exact. It's just my reference. Okay? Now we're going to come off there. Come down here. Boom, boom. Another one up. Boom. And to me, they're just a simple, artistic looking. People use fan brushes. I have seen in my early days when I was learning how to paint, a lot of instructors show fan brushes, but it doesn't say they have to be that way. This is the first time I'm using it. It doesn't bend and flick when you're doing loops in your autograph. So I'm finding this quite good. Let's see if I can do this without putting my head in the way. Ian Harris. Alright, we'll just put a frame on that and see how she looks. Usually it brings them up nicely. Yeah, that looks great. Look at that. So, we've got a soft glaring sun coming through the softness of the background there. We've got some highlighted foreground. Very simple. Low horizon line. Easy sky, but an effective looking painting. Okay? Please share, like and subscribe to my channel. And tell a friend if you like what I do. But if you don't like what I do, you tell everybody, okay? All the best. Goodbye, good luck, and good on ya.